Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This episode I have for you the first in my series of sketches that I have designed, and I am offering them to you for free. So I have this version here is the PDF printable version, and I printed it in color, but you can certainly print it in black and white to save ink. There is also a full Photoshop version if you like to do digital design or if you want to alter it in any way. Those are both available on my blog, and I will show you at the end how to access these free files. So I'm going to use this sketch with these two Christmas photos from 2019, and we will go ahead and get started with a process video. I pulled out my kit that I built at the beginning of January for the Counterfeit Kit Challenge, and if you haven't seen that kit build, you can follow the links and find that episode. This kit had just a small amount of kind of a wintry holiday theme in it, so I am pulling out a lot of those pieces. And then for my layers, I'm going to go with some stark contrast with the black and white papers there. And then I'm searching through for a few extra bits that could be used as those circle embellishments. And I pulled out some various circle punches to see where I wanted to go with those embellishment clusters. So here I'm deciding I want these photos on the very dark black because that has more contrast to it. And I'm cutting that black piece down to 10 inches by 10 inches and this white and black print down to 9 by 9. And those sizes are listed in the Photoshop file. So if you want more specifics on sizes, you can find that in that file. So I'm going ahead and getting my layers going, and I like to gut my papers when I've got a lot of overlap so that I can use more pieces for punching shapes and such. So that's what you see me doing here, just a very simple gutting process, and I'll save those scraps for another time. So now I've got the foundation of my layout going. I'm going to decide on some circular elements to go with those clusters, and at first I just punch out these green pieces, but later you'll see me add some more to that, and I'll get to that when we get there. So that starts my clusters, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my title going because that does overlap. Now here I am back with my title done. I had some camera issues, so we didn't film most of that, but I did end up doing, I have the start there of a subtitle using the Simple Stories sticker book. And these sticker books are new to me, and I'm not liking them very well. The stickers are super thin, so I actually would not recommend those stickers. But the foam alphas that I use there are also Simple Stories in the same line, and I like those a lot. But I'm going to use up these little, I wouldn't even call them cardstock alphas, and get through those. So I just wanted to give you that tip. So what I'm doing here is adding a scallop element that goes along with the sketch. Now in the sketch, it's a much bigger element, but I happen to have this scallop stamp set aside in my kit, so I'm going to go ahead and put it to use. And I chose a green to go with a little bit of contrast on top of that white and between the black, but it also kind of matches my background paper. And then I just added a little piece up next to my title as the sketches. Now here are these circles back again. I decided that in the sketch you see kind of an offset, larger embellishment on top of the circle. So I went with 2 offset circles instead. And one of them has a starburst edge to it. I'm sure that's not the right name, but it's not coming to me right now. And then the other one's just a pure circle. And then I'm going to add some more embellishing on top of that. These thicker goldy embellishments are from American Crafts, and you'll see me later. The adhesive on these things is not very good. I love the design of these elements, so I will keep using them, but I do find that I have to add extra glue to them. So what I'm doing here is there were a few star pieces left over in those elements, and I wanted to go with the stars, but I didn't have quite enough to sprinkle, so I found these little flower shapes that I added in, and while they have a flower center, I'm going to kind of disguise that a little bit so that they look more like stars. And then I'm also adding sprigs of winter greenery to my element. And I thought I might use this little border piece here to add into my scallops, but in the end I decided not to. And then just a few embellishments that go along with the Christmas page. It's not a heavily themed layout because I don't tend to do heavily themed layouts, but I will add splashes of theme here and there. So with the paper and these few elements, that works for me. And then another element I'm adding to my clusters are these little brad pieces that I had from a brad set. Now the other brads in the set didn't match up, but these were just kind of a little bit of a plain circle wooden brad, so I threw those in there just to give some more fullness to my clusters. And there you saw me gluing those bits down. And here's the part where I'm kind of disguising those little flowers a little bit with some of these enamel dots from another set of embellishments that I put in this kit, and just a couple sprinkles of those, and I am calling that good. So you can see how I followed my sketch fairly closely with this one, but in the future videos I will talk more about how to mix up sketches to adjust them to more of your needs. And here I am getting my journaling in place. My layouts are never complete without some journaling, and I did use the same paper that I put into those circle clusters, and I stamped it with the same ink that I used for the scallop edges, and then I wrote in my journaling and tucked it in there. Now my sketch, I kind of had intended to write my journaling on that top layer of paper, but when I chose my papers, that black with text on it just doesn't work for that. So I improvised with my journaling there by making my own little journal card, and that finally completes the layout. I will leave you with some close-up pictures of this layout as we exit. And then after those close-up pictures, let me tell you how to find these freebies on my blog. I just wanted to add that I will be doing one free sketch a month for the year of 2021, and I will also be doing free cut files. So if you enjoy cut files, be sure you check out my first cut file video for January as well. To find these files for downloading, you'll visit my blog at CraftySoup.com and hit the Freebies tab, and you'll find everything I have for free downloads, including the SVG files and the page sketches. And I will have a direct link to the freebie page on my site in the show notes for you as well. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something useful out of it, and I will be back soon with another video. I'll see you next time.